Hello everyone who are interested in mundane astrology or who just don't know about astrology but who would like to know what might happen next. I've been trying to raise awareness on what's coming with the Saturn-Neptune conjunction since 2022 to raise awareness on what's coming. Hope you had time to watch my videos and please don't forget to subscribe. I had mentioned that in 2025-2026 we would experience catastrophic acts of military expansion and social uprisings worldwide and a cutback in the availability of money, in the availability of finances. After a period of abundant money printing during the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction, which I previously mentioned, we are now entering a cycle where the monetary expansion will be more controlled and the availability of the money will be more controlled. It sounds like a controlled expansion, right? It may sound a little scary, but we need to get ready to some other new storm. An astrologer knows that some storms benefit some, while some leave helpless in the middle of destruction. But still, we know it's necessary for our evolution, whatever the influence itself and whatever the area of influence, it's necessary for our evolution. Saturn-Neptune conjunction is coming together of dissonant energies. First of all, we need to know that dissonant energies reflecting on the contrast in terms of their constructiveness and destructiveness. Saturn represents construction, while Neptune means destruction. So this is two dissonant energies coming together, and Neptune means things out of our control, collective karma. In Aries, it starts to sound like something must end and give rise to something new, right? Also, Saturn represents authority, and when these two comes together in Aries, it sounds like expansion through war, right? And what may expand through war, you guess yourself. Actually, if they were in other sign than Aries, we could think of something else, something other than that. But Aries is the sign of war and peace and starting a new experience, whatever it is. In our natal charts, the house position of the conjunction defines the area of influence where this new start will be, and the area where the new energies will manifest themselves. When we look at the US chart, for example, the chart of the United States, we see that the conjunction will take place in US chart's fourth house, pointing to issues that concern internal security of the country and the opposition. Internal security and finances are going to be the major issues to resonate through the year. Jupiter will turn direct in February and then will move towards square to this conjunction, thus reinforcing the tension. This square will remain effective till August, when Jupiter will move to Cancer. So it means that the tension will remain till August next year. So from May we can expect the real thing to show up. The growing tension can also blow up into military escalation. We'll be looking at the charts of other countries and we'll will have a conclusion after that. On the other hand, China, which I expect to go through a huge transformation in the coming years, will be feeling the influences of this new cycle significantly, especially in its economy. The energies will manifest themselves in countries' finances. They can experience something big regarding their leader and opponents, and also, as I said in my previous videos, the army, Chinese army, will also go through huge transformation in the coming years. What do we see on Iran's chart? Iran. Would the war in Lebanon evolve into a regional war or evolve eventually to an attack on Iran? Iran's 8th house is impacted by the conjunction. So this has the potential to generate events, such events as war or the leadership in that country can be under threat while going through many hardships and restraints. The next does Jupiter and Cancer, for example, signal a period in which the state will survive with the support from its allies. This is a question to be asked when we look at Iran's chart. In any case, the leadership in the country will be one of the key test areas. On Israel's chart, the area of activity of the conjunction is its military. No surprise, right? And the conjunction will be forming tension, creating aspects with Neptune and Venus on Israel's natal chart. The worldly status of the country will be reinforced. Maybe you can get angry with these comments, but these are astrological, not political comments. The worldly status of the country will be reinforced and solidified through war with its neighbors. No one wants war, right? Its status will be going through a huge transformation in the coming years, along with an expansion of its army. Also, we know that the polarization between its supporters and opponents is also growing. How about Russia? In Russia's chart, we can see that a storm is approaching slowly coming from its opponents and will make this country meet eventually the destructive forces of the enemies. They are also undergoing a significant military transformation and willing to take on more risks. Excessive risk taken can also lead to destruction. The area of activity of the conjunction is outside Russia's borders. It with relationships with places far away from them. Their leadership will also be tested directly influencing the country's standing. Looking at the countries in the line of fire, let's not miss Turkey's chart. The conjunction's area of influence is the state itself, governors, statesmen, and whatever the physical manifestation is, it will be visible to all. Will surely put big strain on countries' economy and resources. It will also bring forward issues related to the country's internal security, the opposition, and increase the likelihood of an early election. As I said, these are only astrological comments, not political. The control expansion set in motion will strain the economy dramatically. We can say tell that looking at Turkey's chart. Expansion versus contraction, are two opposites. And as I mentioned in my previous videos about it, wherever the expansion, it will be controlled. Unlike Jupiter-Neptune conjunction, which means unlimited expansion, and limited, similar to what we see Fed has been doing with monetary policies. They are trying to go controlled, they are now reversed, and we are moving towards controlled expansion, unlike the unlimited money printing during the coronavirus period. Just not to forget that also Neptune is linked with scandals. So another interpretation can be scandals breaking involving the state and the statesman. While reviewing various countries' charts, I have also come across NATO's chart, which indicates also challenging times ahead for NATO. NATO has several planets clustered in the 7th house in areas with a tension creating aspect square that could trigger military activity, especially as Uranus will also be Jupiter will also be transiting over NATO's natal Uranus. Now that we have mentioned NATO, not to miss Ukraine. Does Ukraine's chart tell otherwise? No, it's a survival game going on for them with Pluto's transit over the first house, in the first house. The conjunction will concern their resources, finances, maybe confronting them with more scarcity due to the ongoing war, due to the extending war, and we can expect the fight to level up in intensity next year when Saturn and Neptune conjunction will interact with natal Mars, and when Saturn turns direct and approach the conjunction. I don't want to talk about what's next for Ukraine. We'll keep exploring the impacts of the conjunction in more detail in next videos. Thank you for watching.